Welcome to this week's version of Nichols and Dimes, our weekly video series. The quote of the week this week comes from a very famous investor, Peter Lynch. Peter Lynch is one of, or at least is commonly known as one of the best investment managers of all time. And Peter says, the secret of making money in the stocks is not to get scared out of them. The secret to making money in stocks is not to get scared out of them. What he means is if you are invested in stocks, i.e. the stock market, we have these big downturns, and more recently they happen very quickly. Don't get fearful. Think over the long term. Have a protection strategy in place to protect your money from going down, or at least a proactive plan. And don't get scared out of them. Don't let emotion make your investment decisions many times bad. I wanted to share a story with you and how this relates to investing. Over the weekend, our kids were playing outside in the backyard and it started raining. And my daughter, who's 6 years old, brings a bowl of dried Cheerios. So basically Cheerios in a bowl outside, and she leaves it in the rain and they fall down and they were on the patio. And I said, look, you can't come back in the house until you clean up those Cheerios. And she says, Daddy, I don't want to touch them. The Cheerios are mushy. And she was crying, and I said, you're not coming back in the house until you clean up your mess. She was crying. And 6 years old, this is big. This is stressful for a 6-year-old. The Cheerios are mushy, she tells me. I said, look, clean up the Cheerios and then you can come back in the house. Finally, she conceded. She cleaned up the Cheerios and then she came back in the house. And I said, well, what's the problem? Like, why do you not want to touch these, squishy Cheerios? She goes, I don't know. I just don't like the way they feel on my hands. So I said, okay, here's an opportunity, a teachable moment in life. So I grabbed another bowl. I put some more fresh Cheerios in that bowl. I put actually some water from it and let it sit 10, 15 minutes. And those new Cheerios became mushy. And I said, okay, sit down here and put your hands in the Cheerios. Put your hands in that mushy bowl of Cheerios. So she resisted for a few seconds and then she did it. And then what happened? She realized it wasn't a big deal. She put her hands in the Cheerios, the mushy Cheerios, she played with it. Again, not a big deal. So here's my point to you is, just like she had to overcome that fear of touching mushy Cheerios, sometimes you have to overcome a fear of investing, in particular investing when the markets aren't good, or in particular investing when you are fearful, when you're scared, when you see the headlines are negative. A lot of negative headlines. Look, we got some concerns about a stimulus deal not happening through both sections of Congress, if you will, not agreeing on a stimulus deal. We know, of course, the president wants to get something done to help stimulate the economy. So obviously it increases his election chances. You have markets that are anticipating an eventual stimulus deal. But here's the truth. Generally speaking, a lot of money is made when people are scared. When the general consensus is there's a lot of fear in the marketplace, that's when there's likely opportunity. When people are really greedy, that's when you should be really concerned, because there's usually more risk there. So do not let fear help you or inhibit you from making smart investment decisions. Use your logic. Do not use emotion. Use facts, not based on emotions, and I think you'll have a better chance of having success. To that end, if you would like a second opinion on your portfolio or a financial situation, there's a lot of concern in the marketplace, reach out to us. Send me an email, cnichols@nicholswealth.com, or you can go on our website at nicholswealth.com to learn more. In the meantime, make good investment decisions based on facts, not emotion, and you'll likely win over the long term. Have a great day.